What's going on, everybody? So today we're going to be talking about the shooting star. What is a shooting star? A shooting star is when the market is preparing for sales. Okay. Now, do all shooting stars work the same way? No, they do not. Do all shooting stars look alike? No, they do not. Now, I'm going to explain this one shooting star here and maybe some other things. Okay. So let's go here. You see this candle right here, this red candle? This right here is called a shooting star. I know people can be like, oh my God, no, it's actually called the pin breaker. Oh, yeah. It don't matter. If you see this candle right here, this usually means that the sellers are in control and they want to sell when we see this shooting star. Now, this is not the regular shooting star. Just because you see a shooting star, don't mean the market is ready to sell off. Now, I'm going to show you the difference between this shooting star and another shooting star. Okay, so look, let's look over here. We can go right here. This would be considered a shooting star too. So right here, we got a shooting star. You see that? That's a shooting star. It's considered a shooting star here. Okay, so let's keep it right there. So with this particular shooting star, the market is really not ready to sell off, as you can tell. It's not ready to really sell off. Now, what's the difference between this shooting star and the shooting star over here? Right here and right here. What's the difference between those shooting stars? Let me give you a little hint. So, right here, as you can see, look at this blue candle right here. I'll make sure I mark that up for you so y'all can see. You see this right here? This blue candle. Now, this right here is the bulls. They wanted to push the price up. They tried to push the price up, but it failed and it stayed a little lower because we got resistance in the zone here. And then they couldn't push it up no higher, right? Since this candle pretty much beat this candle out, now we know that the sellers are in control, okay? Remember that. I usually do my shooting stars beside other biases. I just don't do a shooting star by itself. Now, let's go over here and look back at this shooting star. So right here, we had a shooting star. It did not beat this candle beside it. But yes, it did go down a little bit. You could have made money off this. You could have made money. And then that's when it came over here, pushed down a little bit more, wicked up, came back up, took the shooting star out. So yes, it still made a little bit of money here. But I mean, you still could have made a little bit of money, but not a lot. It's because the sellers still haven't took control just yet, okay? So that is the absolute difference from those shooting stars, okay? Now, once I seen this here, the first thing I'm trying to do, I'm trying to figure out something here. I'm like, okay, cool. I just don't do this by itself. I look for certain patterns. I look for certain things that's going to help me out, make a decision on how to get in or where I may want to go with this, or kind of like, okay, is the market trying to turn around? Now, we're going to look at what's happening here. So here, we literally have a uptrend, right? See this? From down here, then it came down here, then we shot. You see that? See that right there? Booms. Then it came all the way up here. So this is an uptrend. Now, this is when the trend turned around a little bit, or is trying to turn around. This is when we started seeing this right here. So we got the high low right here, right? And then we have, it's pretty much the same, okay? And then right here, we got a low, okay? You see that? Now, how to read this is more like this right here is a low. If you don't know how to read this, this is a low, high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Then it's the same high, even high, right? And then we had a what? A lower low. So this right here gives me another sign. Okay, cool. The market may want to turn around. So it's preparing for it. So I'm looking at all of these things. I'm just not looking at like just one shooting star. No, I'm not just looking at that. I'm looking at the whole map out here, right? So now I'm going to delete this real quick. So the thing I want to do with this right here, I would draw my little trend line just to, keep my stuff together for me. And it's looking something like this, right? And in most cases, I'm trying to take it to the next lower low, right? So you see how we had a high, and then we had a lower high, and then we had a shooting star. So we literally have maybe 2 to 3 different confluences. If you don't know what a confluence is, that means it's a hint, with the market. It's like, okay, cool. I think it's gonna do this, I think it's gonna do that. This is why you always gotta look to the left to see what's going on. Now, after I mark it up right there, this is when I come in with my rectangle and I want to mark up where the prices is exhausting at. See how it's exhausting up here? So I just kind of mark this up or whatever. And I'm actually marking it from here. Okay. Now, just looking at this right here, right? Different confluences, okay? So we had an uptrend, right? And now it seemed like it's starting to try to turn around or reverse because we starting to get new lower lows, we get new lower highs. So the thing is, we have so many other confluences that's going down, and this is why every beginner trader needs to learn candlestick analysis. Okay, I mean, just learn the basics. You don't got to learn every candlestick that's out there because there's a lot of them. But I always say at least try to learn the basics of candlestick analysis. Now, right here, this is where the candle's at right now. This is where I probably would just go ahead and take a sell. Okay, the reason why I'm taking a sell here is because I have 3 different confluences, and I'm gonna go over them one more time. So we had an uptrend, we got a low, high, higher low, higher high, and then all of a sudden we got a high, and then we have a low, and then we have a even high, and then we have another somewhat even high, and then we got a lower low. Okay, so that sounds like the market want to start pushing back down. So many factors there that I'm comfortable with taking this trade right here. And we'll just say, nothing crazy, but we'll just do like a 1 or 2. And let's go ahead and play it out and see how it works. All right, so we got our first push. All right, we got a second push. All right, that's beautiful. Let's see, third push. Will we make it to this? Let's see. Uh-oh, might not make it. Let's see. All right, cool. So boom, and there it is. Now, this is me just explaining the shooting star. With every trade you take, you got to use other confluences or other confirmations when it comes down to day trading. But learning your candlestick analysis or learning just your candlesticks is always a good thing to do because every candlestick tells a story.